Hey everyone. Um, I am here to do a recap today. It has been a while, and as some of you know, I stopped live streaming and I almost quit trading completely because of the pressure of doing everything in public. So I stopped live streaming and I stopped doing regular daily recaps. I'm still doing trading content and now I'm doing some financial literacy content. But as far as my actual trading goes, and like live streaming, I'm still trading. And I have been recording some of my trading. So when I see something that might be a little bit interesting to everybody, possibly, maybe, I figured I would share it. So that's what today's video is. So let's get into it. Okay, so today I traded 10 shares. I took 5 trades. My accuracy was 60%. I'm just going to be really honest. I'm not even looking at my accuracy any days. This is honestly one of the first times I've even looked at my accuracy. I'm doing way, way, way less in terms of, having a routine. I mean, a lot of times I'm just hopping on, I'm pulling up Zendu Scanner on YouTube, pulling up Thinkorswim. I have my laptop. I don't have the extra monitor anymore. I'm just keeping it super, super, super simple. Sometimes I just use the scanners on Thinkorswim. Anyway, but today, and some days I'm taking a lot of trades, like a lot. And then other days I'm taking 2 trades. And basically when I hit my goal, I'm giving myself permission to stop, and that's been very helpful. So today my goal was $10, and I hit $10 and I stopped. So I had a lot more time on my hands because I only took 5 trades. And let's see. The first trade was ABUS. Then I took 2 trades on BKKT. Then I took a trade on USDE. And then I did one on HOOD, which is Robinhood. Okay, so I recorded my trading earlier using OBS, which is the free software that I use to do all my recording. And I'm kind of going to experiment with seeing how it goes, taking the recording and then kind of going through some of the trades that I took. So I logged on right before 9:30, literally. That's the other thing. Some days I prepare, I'll look up like Forex Factory or look at the financial news, and other days I just kind of hop on and trade. And it's been very freeing to not be beholden to a schedule. Most days I am hopping on, but I've pretty much been skipping pre-market. I just wasn't doing very well in the pre-market. I'm doing much better at the market open. So I'm kind of sticking with that. All right, so let me take a look at, let's see if we can fast forward here. I looked at ELAB today. I looked at TNON. Let's see if we can find some of my trades. So here you can see I took a trade on BKKT. But my first trade on BKKT, let's see. So my first one was actually red. Okay. And then my second trade. So one of my other rules is that obviously I give myself permission to stop at my goal, but I can keep going. As far as when do I quit, I'm kind of keeping that open, but I really don't want to go too deep into the red. I don't want to go further into the red than I can recover in a few days. So I really don't want to go more than like ideally $10 to $20 in the red, but 50 is like the cutoff. That is definitely the cutoff. That way I can make it back within a couple of days. However, my first two trades, they were red, but they were tiny, tiny, tiny. Like one was 13 cents and one was 20 cents. But my second trade on BKKT did pretty well. I took a trade on USDE, very small, 15 cents. My best trade was HOOD, Robinhood. And this one also, you know, I think because I'm trading with such small share size, I do feel emboldened to take bigger trades sometimes. So this one was at 9.46. So let's take a look at this one. I actually got in pretty late. It had already made a significant run up, but I looked at the level 2. I saw that the level 2 was pretty deep. I saw that there was news. I decided to give it a try. And so one of the things that I did was I hopped in. As you can see, it did go red. I wrote it out. When I was live streaming and trading, I was terrified to ride my trades out and to see what happened. I was afraid. I don't think I even realized it in the moment until after I stopped live streaming, but I think I was worried that people would think I was hoping and praying, but you have to give some trades room. And I use the average true range to kind of help me with that and to help me to help guide me through that. So in this case, the average true range was like 70 something cents. And so that gave me some confidence to let it dip. But I also felt like this might be just a pullback before it went higher. And in fact, that is what happened. So you can see here, it's still pulling back, but now it's starting to creep back up. And I'm not sure if you would call this technically a bull flag. I've always been terrible at bull flag pullbacks until I stopped live streaming. I've been better at them. And I'm less stressed about the false breakouts. If I get a false breakout, I just sell. Okay. But in this case, now you can see here, right? If you look at the active trader ladder, you can see that I put a stop. Okay. Or I was waiting to put a stop. I was waiting to put a stop that would be slightly above my entry price. And this is another thing that I've been doing a lot lately. If I see something that I think is going to go up, it might dip a little bit. I wait till it goes above my entry price and then I set a stop, even if it's like 1 or 2 pennies above my entry price. So that way I know that even if it dips down, I'm going to be green. So sometimes I put a stop, below my entry price, just to be on the safe side if I think it's going to be extremely volatile and I think that it might just crash out on me and I don't want that to happen. But in this case, I felt pretty confident that it was going to come back up at least above my entry price. So then you can see here that I actually set a stop, and what I did was, as the stock went up, I kept moving my stop up to kind of see, you can see I'm moving my stop up slowly, 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 keeping in mind like the average true range to help me figure out if that was like a good distance from the current price to stay. I wanted to give it enough room to kind of like bounce up and down and not stop me out immediately, which was a problem I had when I was live streaming. And I think part of it is that it is very difficult to focus when you are trading and trying to do something else at the same time. Very difficult. But now that I can trade and give trading 100% of my attention, it is a lot easier, I have to admit. So you can see here, I just kept moving my stop up, and here I'm at about $11. I was up about $11, but where my stop was not at $11. I'm still giving it room to breathe. So, but I know that if I get stopped out I'm going to be green, and that's a great feeling. So I've been doing that whenever possible. And if it's at the point where it doesn't go above my entry price, then that's a red flag that maybe I should just sell right away. And I'm much better about just taking the loss immediately. As you can see, my first 2 trades today were red. I just took the loss immediately. I was like, it's fine. It's totally fine. I would rather be down 20 cents than $10. Okay, so as you can see, it did hit my stop price, and I was able to get out green, and that felt really good. So I just want to say, like, if you're somebody that trades pre-market and you're feeling frustrated by getting caught with a falling knife or something like that, that's one of the things that was really, really frustrating me about the pre-market, is I was getting some crazy losses because I would try to sell in the bid and it wouldn't catch my order, and then I would have to cancel and try to sell again on the bid. Whereas now I'm mostly trading during the market open. Sometimes I go in at 4 o'clock when the market closes. I really still like that time. But again, that has the issue where it's difficult to manage getting out quickly because you can't just place a market order. So if I'm in a situation during market open where I'm nervous about getting out, I just sell at market price. And yes, I might take a loss, or I might get less of a profit, but it's better than getting caught in some terrible situation and a falling knife. So, I'm slowly still going through my trading journey. I'm definitely figuring out what works for me, what doesn't work for me. And this has been a lot better, not putting that pressure on myself to do everything publicly. I can choose the days where it makes sense, where it might be something that's interesting. Like the other day, I should have recorded it, but I traded mRNA when it shot through the roof. And so that was a good day for me. So yeah, I think I'll be recording my trading. It'll be good for me to have a record of it. And when I do feel like there's something noteworthy, like today, I was like, oh, I can show how I put my stop and then move my stop up as the price goes up. And I know that there are things called trailing stops that I could use, and I actually haven't used that in Thinkorswim yet. But I like the control of kind of like watching the price and moving the stop where it makes sense in that moment, as opposed to a set trailing price. I don't know. So maybe I'll change my mind in the future. But anyway, yeah, that was my trading for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you liked this content. If so, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm on a journey. I'm trying to figure out, trading, and I'm also, of course, working on my financial goals. And so I will be posting more financial content as well, but I'm still working on the trading, and making it private has made it a lot more enjoyable and taken the pressure off. I don't have to trade every day. I trade or don't trade, whatever. I don't stick to a schedule anymore, and it's been very freeing. So that's pretty much it, and I will see you guys in the next one.